brief little history of Pilates for you, but it was founded and created by Joseph Pilates, who is a German immigrant living in New York in the earlier part of, like 1920s to 1960s. So he designed this method of exercise as functional movement based on some of the sports he did and animal-based movements, developmental movements. So it's really meant for us to be able to connect with our body and to know how to move well and how to move smartly so that we can prevent injuries and recover from injuries to the best of our abilities. But the mat was his original workout. And then all of this equipment that you see in big studios, he designed later to help people get better at the mat. So the mat is really the foundation, and the mat is really what I used all through my treatment to keep me moving. And it's amazing. So I'm glad I can share it with you today. But if you're ready, we can head on over to our mat. We'll start sitting with your feet out in front and your arms, so hands holding onto the back of your thighs. And you're just going to start to roll down to the mat. Use your arms to assist you until you're lying fully flat. Press the backs of your shoulders down into the mat and widen your collarbones. Open up that chest. And we're just going to start with our pelvis. So we're going to tuck the tail under and then release. You're using the muscles of your seat and your low belly to tuck the tail and then release. Exhale the air out to tuck. Inhale, release. Let's do 2 more. Exhale and inhale. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, release. And then plant your feet nice and firmly. We're going to start with that tuck of the tail and start to roll your hips up to the ceiling into a bridge, 1 vertebra at a time. Now, tuck your rib cage in and roll back down. We're just trying to create as much length through your low back as we can, rolling up and rolling down. Keep thinking about pressing the backs of the shoulders into your mat as you roll up. And go at your own pace here. Of course, I'll give modifications as much as I can, but if something doesn't feel good to you as we go, just take a little break. Good, roll it down. And let's do one last one. Rolling the hips up. Feeling equal pressure on both feet. And resisting that lower down. Try to take your time. Really feel each little bone of your spine on the mat. Good. Hug your knees into your chest and rock side to side for a minute. And then I'm going to down a little because we're going to get the arms warmed up now. Squeeze your inner thighs together and pull your navel down towards the floor. You're going to inhale, reach the arms overhead as much as feels comfortable, and exhale, push down into your mat. Inhale, reach the arms up. Check in with your rib cage. Are you arching through there, or can you tuck it in? And exhale, press into the mat. We'll do 3 more. Keep squeezing those inner thighs, connecting to your center. Inhale, reach. Exhale, press away. 1 more. Good. Now keep pressing your hands into the mat. Slide your fingertips down to your heels and start to lift your head, sinking your low back into the mat. And then roll it back down. Reach for those heels. Use your abdominals to lift your head and come back down. We'll do 1 more time. Curl the head up. try to stay there. If you need to at any point rest your head, you can. But we're going to start to pump the arms from your back. You're going to inhale for 5 counts and exhale for 5 counts. This is a traditional Pilates warm-up called the 100. So you can imagine we're going to pump 80 more times. And exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Gaze right between your thighs. Inhale. Every exhale, draw the belly in deeper. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more round. Inhale. And exhale all the air out. Lower your head down to the mat. And we're going to start to walk back up your legs until you're seated again. Give yourself a little space. So we rolled from the bottom up. Now we're going to roll from the top down. So find that connection, hands gripping behind your thighs, elbows wide, and make a muscle, like make your biceps firm. Let's work everything here. You're going to tuck your tail, roll back, and then exhale, roll it up. Roll it back. See if you can go just a tiny bit farther. Come back up. Keep your feet firmly planted. Roll back as far as you can just to test your balance, and then push down into your feet to come back up. It really doesn't matter how far you go, but just pulling those abs in, being deeper to come up. Stack your spine. One more time. Roll back. Roll it up. Take a big inhale, and then as you exhale, roll yourself all the way back down to the mat. Straighten out your legs and hold on behind the right thigh. We're just going to straighten and bend that leg a couple times just to warm up those muscles on the back of the legs. Good. This one, hold the legs straight up towards the ceiling. Flex your bottom toes back and press your arms down into the mat. You can always do this with a slightly bent knee, but we're going to bring that leg across your body and circle it down and around. Your goal here is to keep your pelvis really stable and try to use your abdominals to move your leg. Get a nice little spine massage. Reverse your circle. Go out, down, and across. Keep pressing the backs of those shoulders down, opening up the collarbones. One more this direction. And then we'll lower that leg down and hold on behind the left leg. Stretch and bend a couple of times. Warm it up. 3. This one, hold it up at the top. Flex those bottom toes back and press your arms down. Bring this leg across, down and around. 2, 3, 4. One more, and reverse. Reach out, down, and across. Out, down, and across. Your stomach is moving the leg. One more. Good. Bring that foot down, bend both knees. You have the option to walk back up your thigh or just rock yourself up to sitting. You're going to have a little fun, play a little now. So this exercise is called rolling like a ball. So we're just going to prepare for it first. You always have the option to do the full exercise, but we'll walk through it. So you're grabbing onto the fronts of your ankles. Your elbows are out wide. And you're going to scoop your stomach back off your thighs so you get a nice roundness through your low back. See if you can just lift your feet up and balance, and then lower back down. Scoop your stomach back and balance. and then put it back down. You have the option, if you feel pretty good in your balance, to take an inhale and rock back to your shoulder blades and then rock up and balance. It's very fun. Keep your chin tucked. If the floor isn't cushy enough, skip this one. But the goal is to be able to stop right where you started. One more. Good. And then feet can come down. Go ahead and lower yourself back down to the mat. We're going to pull your right knee into your chest. The outside hand goes to your ankle and the inside hand goes to the knee. You have the option to straighten the bottom leg out at an angle, or it can just stay planted on the mat. But see if you can curl that head up again. Again, you can always switch and rest your head. But we're just going to switch right and left. If you want to take that reach out through the bottom leg. Pull in and switch. Pull and switch. One more and switch. Good. Pull both knees in, rest your head for a minute. Now we're holding the fronts of both ankles and we're going to curl up, look right between your thighs again. We're going to reach both arms and legs straight up to the ceiling. Circle the arms around and pull the knees back in. If that feels easy, start to stretch the legs out lower. But both arms and legs are going. Really pull that navel in to protect your low back. If there's any arching, bring the feet a little higher. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Rest your head. Rock side to side a little bit. And then let's roll over onto our stomach to stretch out those abdominals a little bit. So we'll go onto our bellies. Hands are placed just below the shoulders. And I want you to think of squeezing your heels together so that you get lots of connection to your seat. Press yourself up and away. Think about a long spine as you lift. We don't want to crunch into that low back, so grow 1 inch taller as you lift. Inhale and exhale, lower down. Keep squeezing those heels together if you can. Just a little lift, one last one, and then lower back down. If it feels okay to prop up on your elbows, go ahead and do that. If not, you can just rest head flat. If you're up on your elbows, press down through your whole forearm and wrist so that you can connect really well to the back side of your body. You're going to kick one heel into your hips and stretch it out. Kick and stretch. Pull your stomach up and away from the floor. We don't want any dumping into the low back, so keep lifting up. Kick and switch. Kick and switch. One more. Good. And then go ahead and push yourself back so you're seated on your heels. We're going to reach back and grab the foot and try to put the top of your head on your mat. Get a little turtle stretch. Open up through that low back after extending so much. And then we'll come to kneeling. I'm going to kneel low, but if you want a little more challenge for your seat, you can kneel up high. You could also use like small weights, water bottles, or soup cans if you want a little bit of resistance, but we're going to create our own resistance no matter what in Pilates. We're always looking to be able to engage as many muscle groups at once as we can. It's like the impossible, right? But let's work all together. So palms are going to face forward, elbows are going to squeeze into your side, and we're going to imagine we're lifting like 50 pounds up to our shoulders. Push that 50 pounds back down. Squeeze the back of the arm. Curl it up. push it down. Squeeze your fingertips together. Make everything work. Feel those biceps and then your triceps. Moving through thick, gooey jello. You're making your own resistance. Last 2. And 1. We're going to bring it up high. You can always stay low. So start at shoulder height. Imagine your elbows are on a table. You're going to pull in and press away. Pull in and press away. Keep growing taller. Try to put the top of your head on the ceiling. You'll start to feel your abdominals and your pelvic floor draw up and in. The taller you grow. Push away. 1 more time. Pull in and press out. Bend your elbows to 90 degrees and come out to the side. It doesn't have to be directly to your side, maybe just a little bit forward from there. We're going to do that again. Press away. Pull in. How heavy is this weight that you're pulling and pushing? It can be as heavy as you want it to be. We can make our own work in Pilates, which is the cool thing. Good. 1 last one. And reach. Lower all the way down. Palms are going to face each other. Elbows are going to tuck into the rib cage. And we're going to rotate outward and rotate inward. So all of these arm exercises are really great additions to a normal rehab program after your breast surgery or radiation. We want to make sure everything on the back side of the body is helping you open up the chest and reducing some of that tightness. Good. 1 more out and in. I'm going to turn to the side just so you can see me a little better, but we're going to bring those elbows back behind you just slightly and hinge forward at the hips just a little bit. We're going to press the elbows straight and come back in. The palms press away, palms pull forward. Squeeze between your shoulder blades like you're trying to crack a walnut and pull your stomach up and in. Good. Press away, pull in. 2 more. Press and pull. And press and pull. Good. We're going to go to shaving. So your hands are going to come in a diamond shape above your head. And we're going to pull the arm back down. Shave off your ponytail if you have one. And then press the arms up and away. Reach your shoulder blades down your back. Our arms really start from our back, from that shoulder blade, from your wings. So keep that in mind as you pull and as you push. Reach down through your knees as the hands go up. Reach. Squeeze those fingertips together. Good. 1 last one. Pull and push. Good. Hug a tree, everyone's favorite exercise. So we talk about this 2-way stretch. I want you to think about reaching your fingertips out to both sides until you feel a little contraction under your armpit. Those muscles are squeezing. Good. Bring your hands together. Use your stomach to make a hug. Good. Inhale, reach to the sides. Exhale, hug your neighbor. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hug. Good. 3. And squeeze. 2 more. Stomach pulls in. Last one, reach, 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 reach to the side and curl back in. Okay, last thing of the arm series. Bring those arms out to the side. You've got one hand gonna reach down behind your back and one up and over your head. Now, twist towards that back arm and look out over your shoulder. We're gonna squeeze, squeeze, squeeze your hands a little bit more and reach to the side. The other side. Turn, twist, 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 and squeeze, 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 and reach out. Let's do one more to each side. Twisting, looking, pulse, pulse, pulse. Feel that squeeze under your armpit. One last one. And squeeze, squeeze, squeeze all the juice out. And reach. Beautiful. Okay, we're gonna come back for our last little bit of this series. We're gonna come to hands and knees. And this muscle that we were just talking about under the armpit here, the latissimus dorsi, huge muscle. It runs all the way from our shoulder down into our low back. So we're gonna make sure that we can get that muscle and some of the other shoulder blade stabilizers to work for us here. Press all 10 fingertips down into your mat. You should feel like you're gripping the floor. All we're gonna do is push the floor away and pull the shoulder blades apart, and then relax, squeeze the shoulder blades together. So if you've done yoga, this is similar to a cat-cow, but we're keeping a flat back and we're just focusing on the shoulder blade movement. So pull the shoulder blades apart from each other and squeeze them together. Pull apart and squeeze together. Good. Find a middle ground. So you're still pushing the floor away, but your shoulder blades are neutral. Tuck your toes underneath you. And as you continue to push the floor away, see if you can pull your stomach up and in so much that your knees hover just 1 inch above the floor. And then relax it down. Inhale. Exhale. Pull the stomach up and in. Hover the knees. And release. Check in with your elbows here. Make sure they're not locked out. That's my favorite thing to do. So keep your joints happy as you press the floor away, hover those knees, and then release. Beautiful. We're gonna get a little bit of rotation here. We're gonna take one arm, reach it under the other arm, and then reach it up to the ceiling. Press the floor away. Twist through your trunk as much as you can. We're gonna do 2. And one more. Twist under and reach it up to the ceiling. And then let's come back for the other side. Opposite arm reaches underneath. And then up to the ceiling. Push the floor away with that bottom arm. Lift up and out of the shoulder joint. That's 2. We got one more. Reach it down. And stretch it up. Push the floor away. Good. Bring that arm back down. Let's take a little child's pose. So sit back onto your heels. Let those arms stretch overhead. Take a big deep breath. And as you exhale, reach the arms back around for the heels and put that top of the head on your mat again. See if you can pull your stomach off your thighs to round your low back. And then sit back and give yourself a round of applause for showing up at 8 p.m. Eastern to do some Pilates. Very nice work, everyone. Thanks for tagging along.